Hey, what's good, fam? I hope that you're well and keeping safe. As you can see in the title section, we will be covering support and resistance. I just felt like it was necessary for me to go through this, as we have people, confusing the actual areas of support and resistance with one another. And this gonna be a short and sweet video. Find yourself watching this again and again and again, to give you some sort of clarification whether you are looking at an actual area of support or resistance, when you are looking at your charts on the other side. Okay, so let's get into it. So as you can see, support and resistance, I wrote that this would be an area where price can make a potential reversal at a previous turning point. So with me saying that, I'm basically saying that price will always respect a previous or historical price. There's always a reasoning to why price is going towards the upside. There's always a reasoning to why price is coming towards the downside. Okay, and I'll say that our support and resistance, this plays 100% role inside the market. Now, I'm not saying that support and resistance would be the golden ticket to have a successful trading journey whatsoever. No, you can look at this as one form of confluence once it comes to your analysis or in your trading journey. Okay, one form of confluence. Okay, so now let's step in our actual area of support. I only have 3 criterias, only 3. I'm not complicating this. We don't need to complicate trading. I only have these 3. And this would basically be, like you'll find yourself, asking, hey, where do I find these actual regions? Okay, so looking at my actual area of support, our actual areas of support, we will always find below price. So if I'm gonna have my mouse like this, right, my hand is now serving as the actual area of support. This is price. Can you see that price is above? My hand is below. So what do we wait for? We wait for price to come inside this actual region for what? To push price potentially towards the upside. Okay, so with me saying that, do we look out for buying or selling opportunities? Do we look out for buying or selling opportunities when this happens? Boom, we're looking for potential buying opportunities. Okay, so last thing, always make sure that your higher time frame is going hand in hand with your direction. Okay, always make sure that your high time frame is going hand in hand with your direction. It's important, like when it comes to our support areas, always make sure that your structure is bullish. Okay, always make sure that your structure is bullish. Okay, now let me show you like what I'm basically saying over here. Can you see that we have price pushing towards the upside, price coming back down, and we have price pushing towards the upside once again? Can you see that I mentioned that this could be where we find a potential turn, reversal at the previous point at price, a turning point. Can you see that this over here is a turning point? Can you see that this over here is a turning point as well? So for you as a trader, what will you do? Like box out these regions, box out these regions, box it out like that. Box out your regions like that. Identify your structure. What do we have? We have a low over here, we have a higher low, we have a high, and we have a higher high. What are we missing over here? Another actual higher low to take price way towards the upside. So what will we be actually waiting out for? We will wait for price to come back down. This is where your patience is coming into consideration. We will wait for price to come down. We're not just gonna buy in an actual area of support. No, we're not just gonna do that. We're gonna have to wait for some sort of confirmation to tell us that we are going towards the upside. Bang. So we wait, and keep in mind that this can also, the reasoning to why I'm saying that is price can easily just do this as well. You have this actual area of support over here, bang, we just broke it. Price coming towards the downside to this region, and then after this we just go towards the upside. Okay, so always always look out for confirmation on telling you that we can go towards the upside. If I can show you again, can you see that we have this actual impulse towards the upside, correction, impulse towards the upside, structure? Identify your structure. We have a low, we have a higher low, we have a high, we have a higher high. What are we missing? Ask yourself, what are we missing? We are in, we miss an actual higher low to take price where? Towards the upside. So basically what I said, we find our actual area of support below price. Can you see that price is above? Our actual area is below at the previous turning point. So what do we wait for? We wait for price to come towards the downside. To do what? To wait for a potential buying opportunity. Your structure is telling me that I can go long. Why not? I'm gonna go long. Okay. Clean, simple. Now let's look at our actual area of resistance. Where do we find our actual areas of resistance? Now, our actual areas of support, we found it below price. So where will we find our areas of resistance? Above price. So if I can show you again, if this would be if this is price, my hand is serving as an actual area of resistance. What do we wait for? We wait for price to come inside this region for potential dip towards the downside. Okay, so we will find this above price. Okay, what do we look out for? Buying or selling opportunities. Once again, if this is my actual area of resistance, if this is price, can you see we are resisting this area? So we will be looking out for potential selling opportunities. Okay, and lastly, make sure that your higher time frame is going hand in hand with your direction. Now, let me show you a little example again of what I'm basically saying. If we have a market moving like this, can you see that, we can identify structure. We have an actual high, lower high, we have a low, and we have a lower low over there. What are we missing? We are missing an actual lower high to take price where? To the downside. Now you've identified your structure. Our structure is bearish. Have you ever? I bet that you had heard of the term. We buy low and we sell high, right? Now this is basically the same concept. Can you see that we have a turning point over here? Can you see that we have a turning point over here as well? Now, can you see that this is at a low? Do you want to sell at an actual low? No, we want to sell at a high. Okay, so we will wait for price to pull back inside my actual area of resistance. Give me some sort of confirmation that I can go where? To the upside or to the downside? Well, we're gonna wait for price to push towards the downside. Okay, clean, simple, do not complicate it. Let me go over it again. Can you see that we have an impulse towards the downside? We have a correction, we have an impulse towards the downside. We are in creation of a lower low over there. What are we missing? We are missing an actual lower high to take price where? Potentially to the downside. Okay, we do have our actual areas of resistance boxed out over here at this turning point, as well as this actual turning point over there as well. Price can easily just break this turning point and come to this region over here. Then what do we wait for? We wait for clear confirmation to take price where? To the upside or to the downside? Well, in this case, we're waiting to take price towards the downside. Okay, clean, simple. Do not complicate trading. We do not have to complicate trading. Okay, if I can do this, just want to check something. Just show you like an actual example. Just want to show you an example. Nice trading market. Yeah, this was a nice opportunity. Can you see this? Right? Can you see this? if I'm gonna start over here, can you see that, you know, our structure over here is bearish. I had this actual high over there, you know, we had a lower high, we had a lower high over there as well, we had a low, we had a lower low over there, but what did we create? An actual equal low over there. Okay, so how would you actually approach this? Now, can you see, like, we actually, you know, we are having some sort of an actual, you know, W formation, a double bottom formation to take price towards the upside, right? Now, with the psychology of an actual W formation, can you see that we have an equal low over here, we have a high, we're in creation of a what? A higher high. Clear bullish criteria. So what do we wait for? The psychology of an actual, you know, W formation, double bottom formation, we wait for price to come back at, you know, back in the actual, the neckline, for a potential move towards the upside. Why? Can you see that we have a low, we have a high? Let's look at the highs first. We have a high, we have a high, we're in creation of a higher high over there, we have a low. We do know that our double bottom, you know, is changing our structure from a bear market to a bull market. Okay, so with us creating an actual higher high over there, what do we wait for? We wait for an actual higher low to take price towards the upside. And where will we find it? You know, we'll find it back inside this actual, you know, the neckline. Now, can you see that, you know, if I can just remove this, if I can just remove this, remove that. Now, can you see that with this move towards the upside, can you see that we actually, you know, we haven't came back inside this region? So long term, this would be in target where one can find price, you know, coming. Now, can you see that we have created this actual higher high over here? Right, we've created this higher high over here. So if I'm gonna just do this, you know, if I can do this and just, you know, box out this region over here, bang, like this. If I can just box out this region out like this, and even if I'm gonna have to extend it to the past, you know, can you see that we had respects over here? Can you see area of resistance, support, no, we consolidated a bit there. Now resistance. Can you see this? Created a higher high. This is now an actual area of resistance. Okay, now look at this. Now look at this. Can you see that we changed our structure over here? Bang. You know, we are now in creation of an actual another higher high, telling us that, you know, our actual structure is now bullish once again. Look at this. High, higher high. Okay, low, higher low. What are we missing? We are missing another, you know, higher low to take price away to the upside. Now, can you see this? Bang, we tap and we flew towards the upside. Can you see that? We just flew towards the upside. With the tap, we flew towards the upside. You know, you can box out these regions. You know, and you see we're in creation of another actual high over there. We have a high, another high. What are we missing? We are missing an actual higher low to take price away towards the upside. Bang. Can you see? We tap and then we just flew towards the upside. Now, you know, you just place it on top of these regions. You literally just place it on top of these regions. You're literally just placing it on top of these regions. Now, can you see that, you know, with this formation is similar to what's happening over here? Can you see this? It's similar to what's happening over there, right? So this would be a double bottom formation, so this would be a double top formation over there. Bang. Right? Now can you see that we change our structure now? Okay, we have an equal. Can you see that we have an actual equal high over there? You know, we have this actual let's say this is a low. We have a higher low, to market giving us a what? A lower low, indicating to us that structure is now what? Bearish, right? We know that, you know, if we wanna move towards the downside, we have to come respect our actual neckline for potential dip towards the downside, right? Now, you knowing that we are tapping inside an actual area of support, what do we wait for in actual areas of support? Buys or sells? Buy opportunities to take price away to this actual area of resistance, and from this resistance, what do we look for? Selling opportunities. Bang. Beautiful. And you know, you had like a little drawdown over there. Bang. And can you see that we tapped inside that region over there? Can you see that? We tapped inside that region over there. Boom. Found our last form of liquidity. Now can you see that, you know, we're not just going to look out for areas of support and resistance. Okay, can you see that you know, you also need to take other things into consideration as well. You know, with Nasdaq, you know, with us doing Nasdaq, I'm pretty sure that you have seen this, you know, a bearish flag. And can you see that we came back for the retest, you know, found our last liquidity over there, beautiful like inside bar over there, and you know, we just rallied towards the downside. We just rallied towards the downside. Can I remove this? Bang. We just rallied towards the downside. You know, box out these regions. Can you see that we broke this region? We came back for the retest. So bearish engulfing. Where are you going? Short. You're going short. Now can you see that we came back for our last form of liquidity, but you know, our structure, we still bearish. We still bearish. We still bearish. You know, you being patient, and you know, where do you take price? You know, can you see that we have this region over here? Can you see that we have this region over here? You know, this actual double bottom formation, which we haven't came to retest. You know, the market will always come and retest a previous turning point inside the market. Okay, we will always come to respect a previous turning point inside the market. If I'm gonna go on my daily time frame, you know, our daily time frame clearly indicates to us that we are, you know, bearish in structure. And bang, target is hit. So I just hope that, you know, you had like a clean understanding of, you know, how to identify your actual areas of resistance and how to identify your actual areas of support. Now can you see in this example over here, you know, it's not necessary that we're gonna have to come back to this area over here, but you're gonna have to look at other areas as well. Can you see this? Can you see this? Resistance, support, bang, and we float towards downside. You know, still the same principles. You still wait for confirmation, you know, and boom, you take price towards the downside. Okay, bang. So, you know, also like a main reasoning to me doing this actual video is, you know, I had a conversation with someone, you know, and this person was struggling identifying support and resistance, because we had like a conversation, you know. The person was giving me his outlook, and you know, I didn't understand it because the person mixed up the two with one another. And he told me that his mentor, like, you know, told him that this is an actual area of support, this is an actual area of resistance. Hey guys, please be careful to who you give your money to. Okay, please be careful to who you giving your money to. You know, do your research first. Okay, like Rydell say, you know, he says that there's a lot of disingenuous people. Hey, shout out Rydell, man. I love the job that you're doing. You know, there's a lot of disingenuous people out there. You know, so always make sure that you do your research first before you give your money out to anyone. Okay. Hey, I hope that you've learned something out of this. I hope that you're keeping well, hope that you're keeping safe. Hey, the next video will follow up. Boom.